Hello?
Hi, good evening, Coach Nancy.
Hello, Teacher Tim.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you. Coach Nancy, what's going on before we start? What's going on with the home and the renovation? Is it complete now?
Not complete. We actually ran into a pretty serious issue. The home was built in 1965 with cast iron piping, and that has now cracked. So we have cracks in our sewer lines and our pipes underneath the house. So basically, we're going to have to tear out two bathrooms and tear up the flooring all the way through the house, the living room and the kitchen, in order to repair everything.
Oh my God.
So we're looking at a major project sometime maybe in July.
Oh, wow.
But I'm going to turn the phone right now and let you see my office view.
Okay. Yes, yes. Oh, Crooked Lake. Everyone, there's Crooked
Yes.
Lake right there. Teacher Tim would go on the boat fishing, and it's a
So
beautiful lake.
the sunset is not as beautiful in the summer months as it is in the winter months, but the sun set about 15 minutes ago, so it's going down behind the clouds. But that is my office view, all right there.
Right there.
And down here is our puppy, little bit,
Oh, there
uh,
yeah.
about
Hey!
17 years old.
Oh,
So,
very nice.
but okay, now you're back to me.
Thank you, Coach Nancy. Well, yeah, I asked a question about the home, and when you shared many months ago, you apologized that you weren't active and things like that. Then you shared this big situation. Um, you, this is a big one, so you're setting the plan to have to. You renovated so many different rooms. You got to now tear it up, and
Some of the rooms will have to tear up, but I think the rooms that we already did new flooring will not get messed up.
okay.
We're still waiting for the final assessment, but we're looking at some serious repairs and some inconvenience, but we'll deal with it with our beautiful view on the lake. So
Oh,
everything else in the house is working good, and we love it here.
yeah. That's great. Coach Nancy, I also want to apologize that I didn't get the chance to come down to Weber during my time last year. Um, there's so much going on with my brother, and we'll,
Understand?
yeah. So we're just trying to plan right now that I got my marriage visa for Thailand. So now we can set it in motion to get Teacher Patty, my wife, to come, and then it'll be more relaxed because she wants to see Weber. She's heard all the
Oh,
story.
absolutely.
And this is why also, Coach Nancy, that we're doing this because I want to get my son to Weber. So actually
Yeah.
we're finding information. So whenever you're ready, we'll start. We can start.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you just let me know how you want to do this. I'm ready to talk about Weber.
Okay. I think the first part of this discussion should be, you know, you've seen many students come to Weber from all over the world. And so you know how they got there and their why. Well, there are many students in Asia that really would like to go to America and study, but they get lost because America's so big. The universities are so big. The uniqueness of Weber, though, is it's small. And they can communicate with the professors and the counselors and you so easily. So what can you share to individuals that, you know, if they really want to get there and they're thinking about expenses, they're thinking how to get there, how can we get them to study at Weber?
Well, I'm going to speak specifically about Weber in the sense that if anybody wants to come to the States and study business, psychology, health services management, and even strength, performance, and fitness. We have added some degrees to Weber that we are able to now market to students. We've always taught business, accounting, finance, marketing, hospitality, like what you did,
Yes.
sport tourism. We also do computer information. So we've always done those degrees. We have now kind of expanded into what you would call maybe a little bit of liberal arts with the occupational therapy. You're into sciences with the sport service performance degree. I'm not sure of the official name of that degree, but that's basically what it is. You would be a fitness coach, a personal trainer, those types of careers. The health service management, there needs to be so much supervision now because in the United States, I don't know how it is in all countries, but in the United States, there's so much management and customer service that needs to take care of that you need taught how to do that.
Coach, I can't hear you. It's very low. Maybe.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
I'm turning it up, but
Okay, good.
let me try to speak closer into the microphone.
Okay.
But basically, in order to come to Weber, what they need to do is to go to our website, and I'll let you post that link. It's the weber.edu link.
Okay.
Go to admissions, and there's a link for international students. And everything you need to do in order to come to Weber is there. Now, the information I sent to you today, earlier, had to do with the cost of coming to school. And there was a little bit there about scholarships. And then I put some information in there on the SAT, ACT, and TOEFL scoring. Because obviously an international student, unless they come from England or Australia, where English is their first language, they're going to have to prove a TOEFL test result. The one thing I would say to your people, by that I mean no matter what country they're from, that follow you, do not hire a recruiter. Do not spend your family money on some company to help you do this, because you can do it yourself. You do not need to give somebody $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 to find you a university.
Look at that.
Weber, we do not have engineering degrees. So your students that are specifically wanting to do robotics, STEM, we don't have that. But if they want to work on their English for a year and they want to feel comfortable in the United States, Weber is a very safe place to do that, and a place for them to get their other courses taken care of, and then they could look to go on to an engineering type of university. Now, all of these companies, if you're going to work in engineering field, you're still going to need to understand the management and the finances. So depending on what your situation is financially, a finance degree, an accounting degree, a marketing degree is going to help you when you go out to work in your career. So there's some things that can be done with our programs in order to help your students. Now, I know your community is not just the KUM. I'm not positive of the initials. I know all your contacts are not just students at that school. They're from all over the world that follow you on social media. So I am more than willing to help any student. The one post that I sent to you in the email about the TOEFL score and the SAT at the very top has my Weber email.
Okay.
So they can email me at my Weber email. It would be difficult for me to try to take care of them through Facebook messages So I would encourage them to email me through my Weber email, and I will get admissions involved. I will get our international recruiter involved to be sending them all the specific information that they need. Now, my ability is they would be eligible for academic scholarship based on their school transcripts and their test scores. I, as the golf coach, would be in a position to give some additional scholarship to be a helper with golf, to be a manager with golf. Right. So I am more than happy for anyone that wants to get involved and come to Weber to not only get them an academic scholarship, but I would give them golf scholarship in order to be a manager for my team. And that manager would do about maybe 5 hours a week to earn their scholarship. You know, they would help us at the golf course. And that's a nice little bonus to what they're already getting for their academic scholarship.
Yes. Yes. Okay. That's wonderful. So there's the website, and then they can communicate with you through your email, and then you will set them to, put them towards admissions, the international side, and they'll send all the information. And another key point that you shared is about, please, no need for any recruiter or agency that will help. That is also something very important for others to know. That's why we are doing this right now, because the idea was shared by Coach Nancy a couple years ago. Teacher Tim, we love to have you as a recruiter because we see what you're doing in Asia. And I said, I would love to do that. And it's just a matter of, like you shared, Teacher Tim is mostly around engineers. And they are, mostly involved with creating projects, robotic arms like you shared, and things like that. Again, though, there's other aspects to a career, like the business part and the financial part of it. So that opportunity for them to have an associate's degree in finance, or even a 1-year opportunity to go, over there and then jump somewhere else to where they want to be. The Weber, I know Weber offers the whole picture.
Well, we're actually, the interesting thing about Weber is we're in a very, very small rural community, and I know you know that.
Yes.
But we are 45 minutes from Orlando. We're 45 minutes from Tampa. We're 3 hours from Miami. We're an hour from the beach on the East Coast, the Atlantic Ocean. We're an hour to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. You can take a flight out of Tampa or Orlando and be in New York in less than 2.5 hours. Washington, D.C., Atlanta. There's an Asian community in Orlando that our student life will take the students to about every 4 weeks. They take a school bus and they drive the students to Orlando, and they spend about 4 hours in the Asian community, and they buy snacks and little things that they want, and, they just go there. Now, what ends up happening is some German students, some Swedish students, some American students start going with them. So you have this whole little community that is now intermixing because they're on our small campus together. Right now, we have about 600 undergraduates. Our goal next year is to have 700, and then another year, a total of 800. We don't ever want to get bigger than 800 because we want to be small and personalized.
Yes.
And as you know, there's professors that if you walked on our campus now, you would have had back in your day, Dr. Nikos, Dr. Wonker, those professors are still at Weber. New professors have come along. Dr. Murray might have been here your last year or your second 2 years. He teaches the economics. But our professors are so in touch with our alumni that we have alumni that will reach out to us and said, hey, I have a job in St. Louis. I have a job in London. You know, is there anybody looking to come back home? Is there anybody looking for something for this?
Oh,
So the network
okay.
that's developed for you to jump involved with by becoming a Weber student is just tremendous.
Yes. Right. Okay. Wonderful. Coach Nancy, as you share more information, you know, it's even more clear to me as you share, because we did a little bit of this in CC Talk about a year ago. You took time and you shared. This is more of a global application. But as you share more, because, see, Teacher Tim is learning about the visions of the super engineers as they share more details. So actually what you're sharing makes it even more clear that at the English clinic, I can set up information there where it's very easy for them to follow the steps, to be a part of and find out for themselves, and we can communicate. So this makes it more clear. Now with my son, it's very easy to get him to Weber International. Why? Because he's just beginning as a freshman this next school year in a degree of computer science, or, you know, computer engineering, computer science, website design. Again, though,
Right.
for me, it doesn't matter what degree you have. It matters more of a whole. And I know Weber shows you more of a whole, like you shared. It's more personal. And whatever degree you have will benefit you, because you're just gaining so much. Now with my son, he has shared more of the bigger picture, like you shared with management of a golf team. Do you know what benefit that would be for anyone? You know, it's just wonderful. 5 hours, you know. Coach Nancy?
Well, and remember, not only do we have the bachelor's degree, but we also have the master's degree.
Oh,
So any of the students that are finishing up their engineering degree, but they're still not ready to go into their career field, or maybe they went and did a year in their career field, but they say, you know what, I still need a little bit more. Our MBA is an 18-month degree. So they start in mid-August and they take classes for 10 weeks. And then they have a week off. They take 2 classes for 10 weeks, and then they have a week off. And then they take another class, 2 classes for 10 weeks. So they do this cycle for 6 semesters, and they have finished their MBA. So they start in August of 2019. They go to school that whole year until the end of July, and then they get August off. They come back and they do 2 more semesters. They graduate the beginning of February, and in 18 months, they have an MBA degree.
look at that.
And having an undergraduate degree, going out and working for a few years, then going back and getting an MBA in the United States. The one thing that one of my golfer's parents, he's a headhunter in England. One of the things that he tells our international students, you remember Mr. McClendon's career days, how
Yeah.
he used to bring businesses on campus to meet our students in job search. Well, we still do career day. One of the companies that comes in is my golfer's father from England. And he tells all of the international students that they are one step higher on the resume ladder when they go back home to look for a job if they came to get a degree in the United States, because the employers back home look at them as being responsible and mature enough to go away for X amount of years to work a new system and get a degree, manage their finances, in some cases learn a new language, and then come back home looking for a job. And so the employers back home look at anyone that does a degree in the United States as a step higher up on the resume search because of the maturity it takes to go away to school.
Yes. Yes. Correct. Hey, Coach Nancy, you know, as you share this about the maturity, you know, one step, I always share in the story when people ask me, I've, you know, left a home in Pennsylvania 1,000 miles away, and that's what happened to Teacher Tim as well. I just was able to go to the next level of maturity from this experience. And that was the beauty of just going away for a while and then wanting to come back, or, you know, whatever the vision is of the international student. So that's another good point as well. They are beginning to realize this as they hear it from their friends, as they travel to other countries and come back, how the wall is down.
And we treat all of our international students as family.
Yes.
You know, our holiday here at Thanksgiving. So we close the school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So our international students, they really have nowhere to go for those 5 days, you know, Wednesday through Sunday. And what happens is our professors open up their homes. Fellow students take them home for the weekend. Or
Yes.
they'll get a group of them together and they'll rent a car and they'll drive to Washington, D.C. for the weekend. They'll go see part of the United States. I've had
Awesome.
golfers that have come to Weber, and after 2 years, they'll say, Nancy, I just want to go see more of the United States. I think I want to go to school in Philadelphia, or I want to go to school in Arizona. And I said, that's fine. And they'll leave for a year, but here's what happens. They come back for their senior year. They're like, I liked it. It was fun, but Weber's my family.
Yes.
So, you know, we really, really, truly want to make everybody enjoy a great experience when they come over to Weber. I mean, that's what it's about. And if we can help you get a degree from Weber, that's awesome. If you spend a year with us to get comfortable with America, get comfortable with your language skills, and you want to transfer to a different school, that's okay. We're gonna help you do that. That's not a problem.
Right. Wonderful. Okay. Coach Nancy, it's about 30 minutes in, and out of respect for your time, we'll stop this first part here. And what I will do now is, it's the end of the school year now for KMUTT and the seniors, and they're sharing more about work and travel. And then also I'm going to talk to my wife, Teacher Patty, and boss, and see how we can find out. We're going to go through the process of what you just shared. I'm going to allow him, because he shared he wants to go to America. He's going to go through the process and then talk with us and then this information, there'll be others that are going to want to be a part of Weber, and we're going to have some fun. Yeah. I really like how you said about the recruiter part. There's no need for it.
No, it's a waste of money. It's truly a waste of money. And if somebody emails me and says, I 100% want to go to an engineering school, then I will send them the names of 4 to 5 to 10 engineering schools, and I'll send them the links for those schools. If they just want to come to the United States for a year and take classes and improve their skills, then Weber's a great place to come and do it.
Okay. Yes, correct.
And I got to get out to the NBA draft or the NFL draft because my New York Giants are getting ready to pick.
Very good. Coach Nancy, enjoy. Thank you.
All righty.
We're
Thank
very
you.
clear. You're welcome. Thank you, Coach Nancy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.